Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, without doubt, to this lesson, giving all honor, no glory, no praise is due to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Okakadash. Yahweh as being the Heavenly Father, which the world ignorantly calls God. Yahweh Shai as being the only begotten Son, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus, okay, which his name means he's to deliver, okay. The Wakakadash as it being the Holy Spirit, okay. Double honors to great millstone, other apostle, with teaching with will. Peace, salutation to the hopeful elect that scatter abroad, to you speckled birds that be out there, okay? And a shalom to the sincere Akim that's out there pushing this truth across the four winds of this planet that's doing no things, soldiers of Mashiach Yahushai. And a shalom to the sincere Aquathium that's out there reverencing their husbands, being a pillar of rest, keep doing so, okay? So, this is mainly a through the spirit lesson, it's been on my mind to do this, and, might as well just go ahead and do it. Now, this is something, we got to do, revisit things so people can understand, what it's really talking about, and if, it needs to go into further detail, that's why the Lord set up his man to proclaim his word and stuff like that. And, hey, we're going to these things, okay, because we are a teacher and we are also students as well, okay, because we are still learning within ourselves, okay, all right. So we're going to break down Matthew the 13th chapter today, challenging myself, but, this is something, people might want to know what this really talking about and stuff like that. And we're just going to go through it and we're going to read all the way to verse 50, okay? All right. So pray and hope this lesson is edifying to those that may watch, okay? All right, we'll start at verse 1. And it says, the same day when Yahweh Shai at the house and sat by the seaside, and a great multitude were gathered together unto him, so that he went into a ship and sat, and the whole multitude stood on the shore. And he spake unto them in the parable, saying, behold, a sword went forth to sow. And when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up. Some fell upon stony places, and where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up, because they had no deepness of earth. And when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them. But the other fell into good ground and brought the forth fruit, and some a hundredfold, and some 60-fold, and some 30-fold. Who have ears to hear, and let them hear. Okay, so now you're finna see that the disciples come in asking Yahushua, what do you mean by this parable and stuff like that. And Yahushua is going to break it down on what this parable really is talking about. Okay, and it says, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. Right, and it's unto the hopeful elect that we are given, the hopeful elect that are given the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. Okay, Lord willing, we of the hopeful elect, okay, because only the hopeful elect is going to understand these scriptures, okay, because the scripture, that proves that, hey, only the elect is going to follow, is going to get the truth is right here, Revelation 14th chapter. All right. This is Revelation 14th chapter and verse 3, and it says, and they sung a new song, as it were a song before the throne, and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were deemed from among the earth. Right. And what is this? This is talking about the truth. Okay. This is that new song. Okay. The truth. Okay. Verse 4, these are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from men, being the first fruits unto Yahweh and to the Lamb. Right, and this is basically when it says, for they are virgins. Okay, this is talking about the hopeful elect not being defiled with these different philosophies. Okay, and when it says these are they which are not defiled with women, it's talking about different philosophies as well. And when it says for they are virgins, basically they are not defiled with many different lovers, as in these different lovers, as in different doctrines and different philosophies, the ways of living in this place. Okay, we not defiled with that, and Lord willing that we of that number. Okay, all right, because only the elect attain. Okay, let me get that. Okay, To laying back on that, only the elect obtain. Okay. So the rest were blinded. Okay. Right. So, and it says, this is Romans 11 and verse 7. What then Israel have not attained which he seeketh for, but the election had obtained it, but the rest were blinded. Okay, what does this mean? The election had obtained it, the elect had attained the truth, the knowledge and wisdom of the scriptures, okay? All right, and the rest were blinded, okay? That's why it says in Matthew the 13th chapter right here, Matthew the 13th chapter, and it says, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. Right. The elect was obtained the truth, but the rest were blinded. Okay. So that's why when people don't get the truth, and it means they wasn't meant to get it. Okay. Verse 12. For whosoever this is basically Yahweh Shai finna go into the parable, okay, to basically let them understand what this parable is talking about. Okay, verse 12, and it says, for whosoever had to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance, but whosoever have not, from him shall be taken away, even that he hath. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. Okay, this is mention of in the Old Testament. Okay, and in them it is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which this is basically what they're saying is that's Isaiah. Okay, said by the hearing ye shall hear and shall not understand, seeing ye shall see, but ye shall not perceive what the truth. For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes and the eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears. Right, and this is talking about your spiritual eye, okay, and your spiritual ears, okay, because you can hear the stuff, but you got to be able to perceive it and understand and get down with it, okay, and should understand with their heart. What is your heart? Your mind, and should be converted, and I shall heal them. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. Right, and this is Yahweh Shai speaking of the elect, because blessed are your eyes, because we are seeing with our spiritual eye the truth. And for our ears, our spiritual ears, we are hearing what we are hearing and understanding and perceiving. Okay? This is what that is going into, okay? Verse 17, for verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men had desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, have they not heard them. Right. Verse 18, hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. So Yahweh Shai finna break down what he is saying about the four seeds. Okay. And it says, when anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth not, then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart. This is he which receives seed by the wayside. But he that receives seed in stony places, the same is he that heareth the word and enjoy, receiveth it, yet hath he no root in himself, but dureth for a while. For when tribulation, persecution ariseth because of the word, by and by he is offended. Okay, so hey, this is good. Yahweh Shah basically describing, hey, like these different seeds, like hey, they some of them sown in this ground and it's not real grounded and stuff. If something happens and the truth gets choked out of them and stuff, they forget about the truth. They like, oh, this is too much, man. This is how we start going into that. And this there is people in the truth that literally are playing out their lots, man. That's why you're seeing a lot of brothers and sisters falling out the truth, because hey, they wasn't that good seed that fell upon good ground. Okay. Because when the MOTB get rolled out, you're going to see a lot of this, especially in verse 21. Okay? I'm going to reread it. Yet he had no root in himself, but endured for a while. For when tribulation or persecution arises because of the word, by and by he is offended. Right? You're going to see more and more. You're going to see more and more in people like that happening. Okay? Especially in the first one, Slocky, I ain't break that one down. When the wicked one come, who's that wicked one? The devil, okay? Who's the ruler of the society, okay? All right? and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart. What is that? The truth. Okay. All right. So hey, when they hear the word, the wicked one come, okay, and deceive them, and now they don't believe no more. Okay. Now this one they do it for a while, but when they see the tribulation, persecution will come, and they be like, oh no, man, this nah, can't do that no more, man. It's just too crazy, you know. All right, verse 22, he that also receives seed among thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful, right? And this seed right here, hey, the cares of this world literally choke the truth out of him, or choke the truth out of her, okay? Get into the bag, get into, you get the job that you want, and now the cares of this world is choking the cares of this world is choking the truth out of you. Okay, to the point where you don't even care about being an Israelite. You don't care how you operating no more. You don't care about anything no more. You just care about getting to the bag. Okay, and that's how you become unfruitful. Okay, that's the third seed. Okay, this one. And it says, but he that receiveth seed into the good ground is he that heareth the word and understandeth it, and which also beareth fruit and bringeth forth some 100-fold, some 60-fold, some 60, and some 30. Right, and this is the elect. Okay, only the elect don't be well girded and well grounded within this truth. Okay, but the rest, these three seeds, they not gonna make it. Okay, they not gonna make it. But if you of this seed, and Lord willing we are, hey, that's the elect. Okay, verse 24. And another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field, but while he slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. Now this is, Yahweh going into, how there are Israelites, that there are so-called Israelites that look like us, but they not of us, okay? And there are some Israelites that look like these other nations, okay? These are the wheats. The wheats are the Israelites, and the tares are the heathens, and basically, the seed of Satan, okay? Basically these Edomites, okay? Okay, and these heathens, okay? Now, Salakia. Now I'm finna look up wheat. Okay, look up wheat. Okay, we're gonna look at what this looks like. Okay, this is a wheat plant. Okay, this is what wheat looks like. Okay, Salakia. God damn it, trying to pull up a picture. Okay, this is what wheat look like. Okay, now I'm finna look up a tear. Okay, now look up a tear plant. All right, so this is what I want: a tear plant. All right, so this is what a tear look like. Okay, they look somewhat identical. Okay, they look identical. Okay, so all right. Now, looking at this article, okay, it says wheat and tares look exactly the same. They have the same color, grow in the same way, have the same seeds. Difference is that one is always fruitful, unfruitful tares, which are sometimes referred to bastard wheat. So, hey, this is spiritual, because hey, that's what the tares are. They are not, you know, of Israel, man. Now they might look like an Israelite, but hey, they're not. They are unfruitful. Okay, they are not one of us. They are actually probably a heathen. Okay, because when you go into the book of Numbers 21, okay, going back to that. Okay, okay, uh, mark that right there. All right, going to Matthew 21. Okay, I mean not Matthew 21, Numbers 21. Hopefully I can find it. I'm thinking Numbers 21 and 18. I think. Uh, simple. trying to find it, Salaki. Bear with me, bear with me. Numbers, where is that? I don't know why it's not looking it up. Okay, let me look it up. Okay. Alright, so, assemble the houses by their fathers. Okay. Numbers 1 and 18, Salaki, I was looking. Okay, and it says, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day on the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers. Okay, by their what? By, let me highlight it. By their fathers. Okay, so you are what your father are. Okay, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward by their polls. Right. So now when Yahweh Shah is speaking about this in Matthew the 13th chapter, okay, the wheat and the tares, okay, because hey, you are what you are. You are what your father are. Okay, your father is an Edomite, then you are Edomite. You just a chocolate covered Edomite. If you are Israelite and your father is an Israelite and your mother is an Edomite and you come out looking like an Edomite, but you are an Israelite, okay? Because that's the wheat and the tares, okay? Because you're going to have a lot of them, you're going to have a lot of wheat among these other nations, okay? Which is all these Israelites because we are scattered, okay? That's one of the curses, okay? All right? And that's basically what Yahweh Shah is going into in this parable with the wheat and the tares. And it says, but while man slept, his enemy came, sowed tares among the wheat, and went his way. But when the blade was sprung up, brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. Okay. So the servant of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst thou sow good seed in thy field? From whence then hath it tares? He said unto them, An enemy hath done this. The servant said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? But he said, Nay, lest we, lest ye, Salakia, nay, lest while ye gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat with them. Right, and this is Yahweh Shah saying, like, hey, you can be condemning a whole wheat, which is the Israelite, because they might look like a heathen nation, okay? And also, you can probably you might think in the terror is one of your own, but they really not. Okay, so that's why that's why Yahweh Shah said, in this parable, but he said, Nay, lest whether ye God gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat with them. Right? You kill the wheat, that's you kill one of your own people. You tow one of your own people off. Okay? You got a lot of Israelite camps that do that. Whole time they might be an Israelite, but you told them off because of how they look. That's why the Lord said, judge not by their appearance. Try the spirit, man. Whether they be of Yahweh or not. Okay? All right. Continue on, and it says, let both grow together until the harvest is the time of harvest. Time of the harvest, I will say to the reapers. The reapers are the angels. Gather you together first the tares, and bind them in a bundle to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn. Okay, the wheat is talking about the Israelites that's getting saved. Okay, but the tares are going to be destroyed. Okay, now it's 2/3 of Israel going to be destroyed. Now they are wheat too. Okay, but they just do shit they ain't supposed to be doing, so they're gonna have to be destroyed along with these people here. Okay, and it says in another parable, he put forth unto them, saying, The kingdom of heaven is like to a grain of a mustard seed, which a man took and sowed his field. And it says, which indeed is the least of all the seeds, but when it is grown, it is the greatest among herbs, and becometh a tree, so that the birds of the earth come and lodge in the branches thereof. And another parable spake he unto them, The kingdom of heaven is like unto leaven, which a woman took and hid in 3 measures of meal, till the whole was leavened. And all these things spake Yahweh to the multitude in parables, and without a parable spake he not unto them, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the prophet, saying, I will open my mouth in parables, I will utter these things which have been kept secret from the foundation of the world. Then Yahushua sent the multitude away and went into the house, and his disciples came unto him, saying, Declare unto us the parables of the tares of the field. Okay, and this is Yahushua for to break it down for him. He answered and said unto them, He that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man. Yahushua, the field is the world, the good seed are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked one. Who's the wicked one? These Edomites. The enemy that sowed the seed is the devil. The harvest of the end is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels. Okay. As therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be at the end of this world. Right. So basically, the nuclear thermal destruction. Okay, that is going to come. Okay, that's going to destroy this place. Okay, the tares that's going to be burnt up here. Okay, the the 2/3 of Israel that's gonna be burnt up here, okay. The other heathen nations that's burnt up here, and then mainly Esau, Edom, okay. Continue on. Um, the Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom the Son of Man shall send forth his angels, they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend and them which do iniquity, and shall cast them into the fiery furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure hid in the field, that which when a man hath found, he hideth, and for joy therefore goeth and sell all that he had and buyeth that field. And again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a merchantman that seek goodly pearls, who when he had found one pearl of great price, when went and sold that he had and bought it. And again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net that was cast into the sea and gathered every kind, which was in the full that drew to the shore and sat down and gathered the good in the vessel, but cast the bad away. So shall it be the end of the world. The angels shall come forth, and sever the wicked one from the just. Right. So the angels gonna be doing the deciphering of who are terror and who are Israelite and who not. Okay, because salvation only for the Israelites. Okay, and the terror is going to be destroyed. Okay, and it shall cast them into the furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Okay, so that's the thermonuclear destruction that's come. So, hey, Yahweh Shah has spoken good parables, man, but he broke them down because he's that good shepherd. Okay, so, hey, I hope and pray you brothers and sisters that tune in are edified. Till next time, to next video. Shalom, Kama Sharala, Bada Bar.